What's up guys, welcome to my video. So today we're going to be talking all about honor talents for my Havoc Demon Hunter. And this is something that I've seen you guys request a lot of on my Demon Hunter PvP guides. And today I decided to basically, show you guys what I use for the honor talents. And I have to say guys, this season I've had a lot of success on my Demon Hunter. We're really close to hitting 2200, which has been my goal when I started my Demon Hunters this season. So we're really close to getting there. So that being said, let's take a look at the honor talents, guys. So for the first tier, I will always be using the Gladiator's Medallion for tier 1, because once you start to get into decent ratings like 2K, 2100, 2200 CR, you're actually a really good target for most comps out there. And if you don't have a trinket when they are trying to burst you down, then you pretty much will just flop over. So I always use the Gladiator's Medallion in arenas. Now in Battlegrounds I go with Adaptation because, well, it's a 1-minute cooldown and there's a lot of CC flying around in Battlegrounds, and anytime you get CC for more than 5 seconds it automatically triggers a medallion, so it's pretty cool. And then for the other option here, which is Relentless, I don't actually use this too much, guys. I think the only time I've ever used this is against comps that stun a lot, like Windwalkers and Frost Death Knights. Comps that have a lot of CC, Demolock is a good example with their stuns and fears. But for the most part in arenas I just stick with Gladiator's Medallion. It's a really safe choice. Second tier, I normally go with Reinforced Armor because it makes us a little bit extra tankier. And as a Demon Hunter, we're a little squishy, but that 10% extra health does help a little bit. However, if I am facing a really heavy melee team, like Warrior Frost Death Knight or Frost Death Knight Windwalker, then I'll just go with Sparring, so that it gives me that extra chance to mitigate physical damage. Third tier really depends on what you're facing, guys. So you have the option of going with Solitude, which basically increases our fear generation and increases our attack speed when there are no allies around you within 15 yards. But this is a talent that I take for in 2s, but definitely not in 3s. In 3s I either go with Glimpse, or if my team needs that extra defensive, then I'm going to take Cover of Darkness, because it makes our darkness 50% more effective. Next here we have the option of going with Unending Hatred, Reverse Magic, or Eye of Leotheros. And for the most part, in 2s, if I'm facing a magic damage dealer, then I'm just going to take Unending Hatred. But otherwise, if my healer requests for me to go Reverse Magic, maybe it's a CC heavy comp like a mage, a paladin, or basically anything that like a hunter that can trap like every 25-30 seconds, and I'll just go with Reverse Magic. And then I have Leotheras. I don't actually use this option too much. Maybe in 2s if you're facing like double caster cleave, but for the most part it's not really good in 3s or anywhere else because they could just get dispelled off. So I don't really use Eye of Leotheras that much. Next here we have the option of going with Demonic Origins, Mana Rift, or Awaken the Demon Within. And this one is pretty straightforward, guys. I just stick with Demonic Origins because it reduces the cooldown of Metamorphosis by 2 minutes, and when we're not in Metamorphosis, our damage is increased by 10%, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. And then lastly, for the final tier we have Rain from Above, Detainment, and Mana Break. And for the most part I just either stick with Rain from Above if I think I'm going to be trained a lot by melee cleave. It gives me that extra defensive. If not, if I'm facing like a spell cleave, then I'll just go with Detainment to help my team out with extra crowd control. And then Mana Break, I've never used this ability, guys. I don't actually know if it's any good, but from what I've read, it got nerfed a long time ago and hasn't been viable since. So those are basically the honor talents in a nutshell, guys.